In this video today, you will be receiving 2 betting tips, 2 betting slips from UEFA Conference League matches and the UEFA Europa League matches, properly predicted, properly analyzed. This video is also brief and extremely short, so ensure that you stick around and watch till the very end. But before that, let us have a look at how Wednesday Champions League matches performed. My attention is drawn to the Copenhagen vs Manchester United game. I must say that Manchester United registered a very disappointing performance yesterday, especially after the 40th minute. Whatever happened after the 40th minute was completely disgusting, and to me it was utter madness, especially from Marcus Rashford. I don't expect that from him. I never expected that, the red card. It was unjustified. There's no need to play such kind of football when you are leading with a scoreline of 2-0. Then all of a sudden, we are witnessing 2-2 draw by halftime. So it was very unprecedented to me, because this Manchester United playing against a team like Copenhagen. We know very well Copenhagen had a bit of quality. But for leading 2-0, then you end up losing the game 4-3 cannot be justified. And I must mention that was epic madness from Manchester United side. Very horrendous performance from them, especially in the last 10 minutes of the game, whereby they were leading with a scoreline of 3-2. Then all of a sudden the match ends with Manchester United losing by 4-3. That was uncalled for. So I really don't know why Manchester United, they even decided to lead. Maybe some people can say that Manchester United deserved to lose because they were down one player. But you must realize that this is Manchester United. They are not the first team that is playing with one man less. And they are supposed to be in a position to be winning, especially when you are leading with a scoreline of 2-0. There's no way you can end up losing the game. So Manchester United performance yesterday was completely disgusting. And I believe many people, especially bettors, you watching this video, you are affected with this particular game. So not much to say. There's not much to say on this particular match. The only thing that worries me is that if this is how these big teams are going to be playing football, then maybe football is already messed up. And even the refereeing decisions, some of them are just messed up. For example, the last few minutes of Manchester United game, I really don't think that it was fair. It was fair letting the third goal withhold. That third goal was not supposed to be standing for the Copenhagen side. So, football is just kind of messed up, especially that betting is introduced, and we punters, we bettors, we sports bettors, we gamblers are the ones suffering, especially match fixing, match corruption kind of stuff. Some of these decisions are just hurting us more than the players. Anyway, back to our video. Now, in our video today, we have 2 betting tips, that is 2 betting slips, as I had mentioned, and I believe that it's time to get started with the first one, which happens to be having 1.891 odds in our first bet slip. And the first game that we do have is Toulouse playing against Liverpool. If you look at the game Toulouse against Liverpool, one thing is evident, that Liverpool are supposed to be registering an easy win in this particular game, especially given that Toulouse side, that is the home team, are struggling to score goals this season, and they also have a very poor defensive mechanism and ability. So, Liverpool, they got the option to go and score goals, especially given that they have quality players available for that role. So it's easier to back Liverpool win, but just because, to make it a bit easier, to make it a bit safer, I think the best option to consider for betting is Liverpool to win at least 1/2, or maybe a Liverpool double chance, because they can end up drawing the game after leading at halftime, or they can be losing at halftime, and then at the end of the second half, we will be witnessing Liverpool coming up and getting a victory, or ending the match at a draw of 1-1 or kind of stuff. So we are betting on Liverpool to be winning at least 1/2 on this particular game. And then we have West Ham coming up against Olympiacos. In this one, the key statistic to realize is that West Ham have beaten some strong sides, very big names, especially when they are playing at home. So, and they are also in a position to score goals. In fact, they have been scoring goals when they are at home. So, scoring goals in this particular game when they are playing against Olympiacos isn't supposed to be a problem for them. In this particular game, I'm also thinking that Olympiacos are in a position to score a goal, given that they have a lethal, they have got... They're offensive. The offense is amazing to me. So both teams to score is highly likely in this particular game, and high number of goals is likely to be registered. And that is why our prediction is over 2 goals to be recorded in this particular game. At the same time, over 2 goals is just a better way of backing the over 1.5 goals. The only guarantee is that in case goals are exactly 2, you will get a refund. And finally, we have Rangers coming up against Sparta Praha. In the Rangers vs Sparta Praha game, one key statistic is that Sparta Praha have scored 7 goals in their last 4 away matches. At the same time, if you look at Rangers, that is the home team, they have been scoring. And given that, they're in a position to score at home, their away team is also not performing mediocre. They're not performing way below the expected, range when they are playing away. So I also think that both teams finding the goal and scoring against each other is highly likely in this game, and that is why we are backing over 1.5 goals to be scored in this particular game. You combine the 3 games, you come up with 1.891 odds for our first bet slip. The booking codes are available on the screen. In our second bet slip, we happen to be having Aston Villa coming up against Alkmaar. This is the only section where I'm backing direct winning. So in the Aston Villa vs Alkmaar, you must realize that Aston Villa have received they're coming to this game having received a beating. That is when they were meeting the Nottingham Forest, even though they were away. But I still think that is not going to be destabilizing the team. And the Aston Villa that are still here, especially when they are playing at home, they got the quality. And just to consider that one too, I think there's a very big gap between Alkmaar and Aston Villa, and that was registered in their first leg when they met against each other, in which we witnessed Aston Villa beating Alkmaar when Alkmaar was at home 4-1. So with that in mind, and also considering the fact that Aston Villa this season at home, they have won 7 out of their 8 home matches, I think the best option is just to back an Aston Villa to be winning at full time easily, because that is where we get at least valuable odds. If you try going for the double chance, there's no value there. Or you can consider Aston Villa to win at least either half if you want to make it a bit safer. And then you have PAOK coming up against Aberdeen. In the PAOK vs Aberdeen match, you must realize that PAOK, they got a very great home record, having won 7 out of their home matches this season too. It's just the same like Aston Villa. So if you look at this game, it should be an open match in which I expect PAOK to be in a position to create goal-scoring opportunities and in fact utilize them to be in a position to score goals. So I'm expecting PAOK to go ahead and score goals in this particular game. So I see no other option other than backing a PAOK to be winning easily, given that their opponent Aberdeen is also not in the perfect capacity right now, given that their record in the UEFA Conference League is also not that amazing. So we have no other option other than backing PAOK to be winning. You combine the Aston Villa odd to be winning, PAOK to be winning, you come up with 1.8. That is going to give 1.917 odds, and the booking code for that is also available on the screen. Now, I know at this particular moment you might be asking yourself, we had a total of around 32 matches playing today. Why have you only given us 5 predictions? Yeah, it's simple. I don't love betting on the UEFA Europa League matches, the UEFA Conference League matches. They are always extremely unpredictable. But if you want more predictions for the UEFA Europa League matches, the video to watch that one is available on the channel. It was shared, I believe, 1 day ago, 2 days ago. Hunter's predictions are amazing. You can go ahead and refer to them. In fact, they were shared yesterday. So go ahead and watch the video. And the link is also available. I think it's supposed to be showing somewhere on the screen right now to be watching the UEFA Europa League predictions so that you get a full understanding or my opinions, because at the end of the video I also shared some opinions about how the matches are going to be performing today. At the end of the day, remember that the European matches are kind of unpredictable. That one was registered yesterday with the Manchester United game performing, giving us very horrendous results, and we also had the likes of Napoli drawing at home. So this is how the European matches are. Expect the unexpected. expect the unexpected. So don't go ahead and stake big sums of money. That is it as we wrap the video. Ensure to stake responsibly. If you want to join us on Telegram, join us on Telegram. The link is available in the pinned comment section. The video is valuable. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and share it with a friend. Let us meet tomorrow, Friday, for more predictions. Goodbye.